How do they capture, Mandy, in your opinion, all this stuff coming at them?
If I'm inducting a new administrator into any business, for somebody I'm working with at time, I always make sure they've got 3 or 4 good pens, coloured pens, highlighters, and a journal to start the day. They always start with their to-do list, but they always have the day-to-day tasks that need to get done. Now, from being inducted, I would be asking the person that's inducting me, so what are the daily tasks that are required for me that I need to complete every day? So we'll just say we're talking about reception at the moment. There are things that need to happen at reception other than the other work that's coming to you. So, you need to open the office. Do I need to sweep the floors? Do I need to turn the hot water on? Do I need to empty the bins? So what are my daily tasks that I need to do? There should be a list of those. There's your checklist that you're working off every day.
Let's call those the guaranteed events. It's a guaranteed event that those things will need to happen each day. And if you know your guaranteed events, you'll actually be able to start planning your day versus overcrowding the day.
Exactly. So first thing in the morning tasks, late in the afternoon tasks as you're closing up. And then there are the things that just happen. If you're working, as I said, at reception, the phone's going to ring, people are going to walk in. What's the standard? Are you expected to stand? Which I say, yes, you are. How do you take the detail of that person, repeating numbers back, making sure names are spelt correctly? Where do you put all that information? And yes, you must write it down. If you're at a really busy front desk, some businesses may say to you, no, we just want you to put it straight into the inquiry log on the computer and send it off. You need to find out what that standard is. But a pen and paper is your best friend in any situation for allocation of tasks, so you can see your priority and so can everybody else.
Mandy, coachable moment. A question our administrators need to ask is, where do I log these messages, inquiries and information? Is it digital, meaning it's going into the software system? Do I just email it direct to the person required, and email may be used for messaging? Or is there a messaging system that is for internal? Each business does it differently. So here at Real Estate Academy, we are paperless. All our messages go into a database. We don't email them, but our database allows us to click a button and it sends a text message to the person, be it myself, who's on the road a lot. Yet if I come back later on, I can click on LW and every message that's been sent or logged for me is there. And sometimes, Mandy, I've got to go back and find a record of someone who rang 6 months ago regarding something which is now important today. Now, for our listener, you just need to find out, how would you like me to do this? Because your business could be analogue. They may write it all down in a paper logbook. And you're thinking, that's crazy. That's quite a valuable volume, and lots of people still do that. Or they want you to email it. But if you know how they want you to do it, you can then perform your duties in line with that particular office.
Exactly. And I think you're coming into the business, find out the standards of the business and the systems that they use. You can't, in your first 5 minutes, want to change everything. They might say to you, we write everything down and we email it off, and in your mind you think that's very archaic. Is there a better way? Work out first, is there a better way? Because there's always a reason behind somebody asking you to do something. So it's just not, I'm asking you to do that. What's the story behind it first? So yes, be open to change, but work with what's presented with you first.
Now, most offices are driven by email, and I know lots of wonderful young people who have joined our company, and I'll say, did you get my email? And they go, I don't check email. I just check my text messages or my Facebook messages. Oh no, we'll email you all the correspondence for you. I'll need to go in and check it. And they're not used to Outlook. Now, Outlook is the computer program that allows us to communicate through all our people. So here at the Academy, if you type in staff at Real Estate Academy, all 28 people will receive that email. And you need to have seen a staff email if it was sent as a broadcast. So email becomes on and live. It's not something you check at night, which for a lot of young people coming through, that they're not really used to communicating via email because they use Snapchat or Instagram. But business correspondence is different, and the reason we use email is that it's in an audit trail, that if someone sues us in 5 years' time, we can go back through the server and those communications are registered.
Exactly. And I think most people coming into a business now have used some form of email. If you're being inducted into the business and they use an Outlook system and you haven't used it, don't be afraid to say, I haven't used this system, can you please take me through it? I think it's unfair to assume that everybody knows how this works. But you do need a trail of events that have taken place, and email is the best place for that. But once again, you need to understand the language you need to use. What do people expect in subject lines? How do you want that communicated to the business? Ask the question. Don't be afraid to say, I don't know how to do this. Can you please take me through it? From a sales administration point of view, if they're handling sales and marketing, they're dealing with solicitors and conveyancers and finances, and they need those emails to be read and concise with good language and good communication.